What's good, YouTube? This is the Fortune Gamer here. You can call me Josh L or Junior, whichever you prefer. And welcome to my next countdown, my top 5 favorite Elite Four members. My first one was top 10 gym winners, and that overall got a lot of good reception. So with that, as well as any other countdown I'm going to be doing, my list is fully opinionated and based off of many different factors, such as the Pokemon that they use, the type that they use, their attitude towards battle, personal experiences, role in the story. I mean, so many things. And, that's why, a lot of variables thrown into these types of countdowns. So if you guys disagree with me, make sure that you leave your own top 5 Elite Four members in the comments section. Also leave suggestions of more top 5s or top 10s I can do. So without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at my top 5 Elite Four members in the Pokemon franchise. Standing at the number 5 spot is the one and only Sydney of the Elite Four in Pokemon Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald, the main 3rd gen games, which is the Hoenn region. So this guy overall is an average Elite Four member when you don't count his Pokemon. I mean, his role in the story, his attitude, his dialogue, just everything is average. But it's when you look at his typing, when you look at his Pokemon, that is really cool. So let's get into things here. So I'm going to be basing his party off of Pokemon Emerald, though the differences aren't too great between Ruby and Sapphire and then Emerald. So he uses the Dark type, and his team follows his Mightyena level 46, Cacturne level 46, Shiftry level 48, Crawdaunt level 48, which is his Sharpedo in Ruby and Sapphire, and Absol level 49, which is his Ace. So let's go into depth with the moves a little bit here, which that's really a really cool team. And then his moves, like I said, they're also pretty cool, and they can be pretty devastating if, he uses them strategically. So Mightyena knows Crunch, Double Edge, Sand Attack, and Roar, while Cacturne knows Feint Attack, Needle Arm, Leech Seed, and Cotton Spore. Shiftry knows Extrasenori, or whatever that is, I don't know how to say that, and Torment, Double Team, and Swagga. And Crawdaunt knows Swords Dance, Strength, Face Aid, and Surf. Absol also knows Swords Dance, in addition to Rock Slide, Aerial Ace, and Slash. So overall, this team I just find really cool. I don't know why, it's just for some reason, I love the combination of Shiftry and Crawdaunt, and then Mightyena's a cool Pokemon, Absol's a cool Pokemon, it's a really cool team. Most Elite Four members are like meh to me. That's why it's a top 5 rather than a top 10, because I don't love a lot of Elite Four members. This guy is just cool, he's really underrated. You don't just say, I like Sydney, but when you look deeper into things, it's like, compared to some of these other guys, Sydney's just a cool Elite Four member compared to some other guys. Overall, he's a really chill guy compared to some other eccentric Elite Four members, though that's my number 5, so let's move on to number 4 and see what can top him. Following Sydney in the number 4 spot is the old lady Agatha of the Elite Four in the Kanto region. So this old lady is really cool. She has a little bit of everything in terms of like judging what an Elite Four member is, their character and everything. And overall, she uses Ghost and Poison type Pokemon. She recognizes herself as a Ghost type Elite Four member, but looks like she also has a lot of Poison types, and at least in the remakes, in Fire Red and Leaf Green, all of her Pokemon are at least Poison, but not all of them are Ghosts. So anyway, let's run through her party. In the remakes in Fire Red and Leaf Green in 3rd gen, she has a Gengar level 54, a Golbat level 54, a Haunter level 53, an Arbok level 56, and another Gengar level 58. So overall, a really cool team, nothing really special. I mean, 2 out of her 5 Pokemon actually can evolve one more time, but I guess they just don't do that to make it kind of fair. And then when you rematch her, her party is definitely a lot more polished. Gengar level 66, Crobat level 66, Misdreavus level 65, Arbok level 68, and Gengar level 70. Overall, really cool. Now, let's take a look at her moves when you rematch against her. I mean, this is the selling point. Her Gengar knows Confuse Ray, Shadow Punch, Psychic, Hypnosis. Crobat knows Confuse Ray, Shadow Ball, Sludge Bomb, and Air Cutter. Misdreavus knows Shadow Ball, which that's kind of like a common theme here if you don't realize that by now. Thunderbolt, Psychic, and Attract. Arbok knows Double Team, Sludge Bomb, Earthquake, and Giga Drain. And then finally, her ace of the team, another Gengar, level 70, knows Shadow Ball, Sludge Bomb, Psychic, and Thunderbolt. Overall, a really cool team. And then when you talk to her, she seems all like tough, and she like talks about Oak, and seems like they were in like a relationship, and said like that old Duff used to be all handsome and everything, but then she said that like he's not tough enough to battle anymore. And I don't know, pretty interesting judgment call from Agatha, and seems like Oak and Agatha had like an old relationship of some sort. I don't know, just contemplating. So anyway, really cool Elite Four member, and you know, definitely sticks out compared to some of the other Elite Four members of the Kanto gym. I don't know, Laurelie's not my thing exactly. Bruno and the others are really cool, but you'll see what comes up. Let's follow up with number 3 on my countdown here. In the number 3 slot is Koga of the Elite Four in Heart Gold and Soul Silver, or also known as the gym leader in Kanto. So, this guy is overall really cool, and I know I've been saying that, but it's a common theme. You know what? To be in this countdown, you gotta be cool. You have to be sly. You know, you gotta really roll with the flow, if you get what I'm saying. So anyway, this guy also has a lot of poison types on his team, and overall, he doesn't have like a common type, kind of. He's kind of like bug and poison, but he is crazy about the status inflictions, and that's what he mentions in his dialogue in Heart Gold and Soul Silver. And if you don't realize this by now, when I name the parties, I focus more on the remix. Those are the more popular ones. Those are the ones that I prefer, and you know, they're the more newer ones. So his party in Heart Gold and Soul Silver, the first time you face him, he has Ariados, Venomoth, Muck, Fortress, and Crobat. Pretty cool team. When you rematch him, this is a really cool party in my opinion. They really take advantage, I guess you could say, of like the variety of poison types that, you know, overall are in the game up to 4th gen. Has a Skuntank, a Toxicroak, a Swalot, a Muck, Venomoth, and Crobat. Now, this guy right here, he can be such a pain when you rematch him. Not as much the first time, but I mean, alright, I know, I keep on saying the moves, but when you're facing up against Elite Four, they try to trick you, alright? Skuntank knows Toxic, Dig, Explosion, and Sucker Punch. Toxicroak knows Swagger, X-Scissor, Cross Chop, and Gunk Shot. Swalot, oh my goodness, Swalot, this dick right here. He knows Sludge Bomb, Amnesia, Yawn, and Pain Split, and even more of a pain in the ass is Muck, level 62. He knows Minimize, Screech, Swagger, and Toxic. He does not know an attack move. He's that much of a troll. Venomoth knows Baton Pass, Double Team, Silverwind, and Psychic. Crobat, which is his ace, knows Fly, Toxic, Cross Poison, and Mean Look. And, I mean, he can be a troll. He can be so annoying. He's a tough gym leader. Fuck, I keep on saying whatever. He's a tough Elite Four member. And you know what? Sometimes the Pokemon game doesn't exactly deliver a challenge, but this guy is a challenge. Not to mention that his daughter takes over the gym, and I love when story takes it into place, and he's just a really overall, love the story that comes with him, and then he's so strategic. I mean, he's one of the most, if not the most strategic Elite Four members slash trainers in the whole game that I've seen, and that's not an understatement. That's true. You know what I'm talking about. I mean, guess what? Swalot and Muck combined. Oh my goodness, just ugh. Move on to the next one. This guy is too good for me. Ugh. Alright, number 2 slot. This is now gonna start getting into the really top of the top here. We have Lance. Lance of the Elite Four in Kanto. So this guy right here in Fire Red and Leaf Green, you face off against him, he's a really cool guy. And I know, yeah, number 5, this guy's cool. Number 4, this lady's cool. And number 3, no, yeah. They get cooler. Let's just go with that, alright? So he has Gyarados, level 56, 2 Dragonairs, level 54, Aerodactyl, level 58, and a Dragonite, level 60. When you rematch against him, he has a Gyarados, level 68, 2 Dragonites, Dragonite, which is his ace, is level 72, the other one's 66, Kingdra, level 66, and Aerodactyl, level 70. So this, overall, I mean, he's a Dragon types. First of all, that just gives him rank overall. And overall, he's very slick, he's very humble, and just a really cool guy. Now, it's tough. He would be my number 1 in a heartbeat when you throw in Heart Gold and Soul Silver. I love his role in Heart Gold and Soul Silver. But the reason why I cannot do this, and I hate doing this, is because he's the champion in that game. And I mean, if he doesn't have the role that he does in Heart Gold and Soul Silver, then he's dropped down to like number 4 or 5. But you know what? His role in the Pokemon franchise, that's incorporated into it. But just because he's not an Elite Four member, kind of just drops it down just a little bit. But he is so cool. In Heart Gold and Soul Silver, you have a tag battle against him at the end of the game with Claire, when when your rival starts to actually see that you have to bond with your Pokemon and all that blah blah bullshit, whatever. You battle with him in the Team Rocket HQ. He really helps you a lot, and his party in Heart Gold and Soul Silver is amazing. I'm not going to read it because that's when he's the champion, though his role in the Pokemon franchise is just awesome. I love it. He's probably my favorite trainer out of all the games, but like I said, the reason why I just can't put him at number 1 is just because that's when he's the champion. But it's kind of like when I had Brock in my gym leader countdown. It's like, I mean, he's so cool in the anime, but that's when he's in the anime. You know what I'm saying? But it's hard not to put him in the countdown for that reason. You know what I'm saying? But overall, Lance is just such a cool dude. Just, I love it. He would be my number 1 in a heartbeat if he was in the Elite Four in Heart Gold and Soul Silver and Gold, Silver, Crystal. But he's a champion, like I said. I feel bad because he's not an Elite Four member then. But like I said, it's still his role in the Pokemon franchise, and you can't just put that off to the side. He is just a really cool dude, but this number 1 is definitely going to beat this guy. I promise you that. Topping all these guys, all these Elite Four members, is Flint of the Elite Four. Now, if you didn't see this one coming then, it was probably pretty obvious. I don't know. But in my top 10 gym leaders, my favorite gym leader, spoiler alert, I gave you the opportunity, was Volkner. And he reminds me so much of him. He's like the opposite of Volkner except with fire types. It's crazy. I don't know. That's just me, but it reminds me so much of him. Just like Volkner, they did him wrong, very wrong, in Diamond and Pearl. Platinum, they hit it right on the nail, like seriously. His party is Houndoom level 52, Flareon level 55, Rapidash level 53, Infernape, which used to be his ace level 55, and his newfound ace level 57, Magmortar. So looking at the moves, this is a really cool team to start off with. Look at his moves now. Houndoom knows Flamethrower, Sludge Bomb, Dark Pulse, and Sunny Day. Flareon knows Overheat, Giga Impact, Quick Attack, and Will-O-Wisp. Rapidash knows Flare Blitz, Solar Beam, Sunny Day, and Bounce. Infernape knows Flare Blitz, Thunder Punch, I love this moveset right here, Thunder Punch, Mach Punch, and Earthquake. Magmortar knows Flamethrower, Thunderbolt, Solar Beam, and Hyper Beam. His party stays the same when you rematch him, but it does not need any work. In Diamond and Pearl, it's just kind of weird. I don't really get the logic to it, but that's just that. Everything else makes up for it. So then, if you watch my other countdown, then you know that when you get to the battle area or whatever, in the fight area rather, you face off against him with Volkner. It kicks off the post-game, and I'm not going to give my whole rant on that and everything. You know, I'm showing you the moves and everything right now. Overall, really cool. He uses his Houndoom, his Flareon, his Magmortar, and that's a whole reason in itself, but I'm not going to go into it because I kind of mentioned all that in my last countdown. But overall, that's really cool. And also, when you get to Volkner, when you get to Sunshine City after that whole blackout and all that shit, whatever, you run into Flint, and he tells you, oh, well, you have to go to the lighthouse, and you have to kind of show, like, give him a jolt of electricity, no pun intended, you know, all that good shit. And then, he's just like it's like his BFF, you know, you have Flint and Volkner, two cool motherfuckers, you know? And then you reach the gym, and he's like, you gotta give this guy a good fight, you gotta do good, you know? So, he's really cool there. And then not only that, but he also has some family, if you remember outside Byron and Roar, because that whole family story. He has a brother, Buck is his name, that's his younger brother, and you meet up with him at the Stark Mountain. The Stark Mountain, I don't know why I said that, but anyway, he's a cool guy too, and I love when they link the story, and also his grandfather actually, I think he's unnamed, but anyway, Buck and his grandfather, which obviously relate to Flint, they run the Battlegrounds, which is also pretty cool. So overall, he has a little bit of everything. If you know me, you know that I like when, like, someone in the Pokemon franchise, I love when they relate to the story. That's just my thing, you know? I said this with the gym leaders, they don't have a story, they don't really have much meaning, then, you know, I don't know, I just don't see as much of a point to them. And some of these Elite Four members are a little bit out there, they're a little crazy and a little kooky in the head, and, I don't know. That's just me. Some honorable mentions. I do like Bruno, I do like Drake, Will's okay too. Just some names I wrote down at the beginning, and, you know, those are just some honorable mentions. I did not do that in my last countdown. Make sure you suggest a new idea for a top 5 or a top 10. If you did enjoy the video, make sure you leave a like. Flint overall really just has all the elements. He has a good attitude. His team is really cool outside of Diamond and Pearl. And just love seeing story, love seeing family involved in everything. That's that. Make sure you suggest new ideas, leave your own top 5, top 10 if you want, of Elite Four members. Until next time, guys, thank you for watching. This is the 4th Gen Gamer. Until next time, guys, I am out.